If you ever wanted to create a cloud from scratch, here's what you'd need. A fleet of jumbo jets, or hundreds of hot air balloons, to haul tons of water up into the sky. Then, you'd have to figure out how to turn all that water into a fine mist of droplets small enough to float. Sounds complicated? That's because it is. Yet, the atmosphere manages to create clouds effortlessly, all over the world, reaching heights of up to 20 kilometers above sea level. How does it do that? It starts with energy from the sun. Solar heat evaporates water from oceans, plants, and soil, breaking apart the bonds between water molecules and turning liquid water into invisible vapor. This warm, moist air begins to rise because it's lighter than the cooler, heavier air around it, which sinks and pushes the warm air upward, kind of like an invisible hot air balloon. But here's the surprising part. The more water vapor this balloon carries, the lighter it actually gets. That's because water vapor is a gas, just like nitrogen and oxygen, which make up most of the air. And according to the rules of physics, a certain volume of gas contains the same number of molecules, no matter what kind of gas it is. Since water molecules, H2O, are lighter than nitrogen, N2, or oxygen, O2, warm, humid air is more buoyant than dry air. As this invisible balloon rises, the pressure around it drops, allowing it to expand even more, which cools it down. When the rising air cools enough, the water vapor inside begins to condense into tiny droplets. From far away, this looks like a wisp of cloud forming in the sky. As the rest of the air mass continues to rise, more water vapor condenses at the same altitude, creating a flat-bottomed cloud that seems to grow upward out of nowhere. But here's where it gets even more fascinating. When water vapor condenses into liquid droplets, it releases the energy it absorbed when it evaporated. This warms up the surrounding air, giving it even more lift and pulling up more moist air behind it. This cycle of cooling, condensing, and releasing heat creates an updraft that keeps the cloud growing. Even a small cumulus cloud packs a punch. The energy released from condensation in just one of these clouds is roughly equal to 270 tons of TNT. And if there's enough water vapor available, this process can build towering clouds that stretch into the stratosphere, sparking fierce thunderstorms, powerful updrafts, and hailstones the size of grapefruits. Not exactly the kind of weather you'd want for a leisurely hot air balloon ride.